I'm going to take this and build this. Stay tuned. So today, I'm working on another project. I'm going to take this vanity in the bathroom and I'm going to build or put a shelf in here. Probably maybe make two of them. And I'm going to take a couple pieces of board and I'm going to make them the length that I can, as far as I can up here in the width. One on each side. I'll have one over here and one over here. And then I'll cut the two boards for the shelves, and this is just going to be friction. It's just going to be boards are going to come in here and sit in here, and hopefully it will all stay in place. I don't know. I'm just going to try it. I'm just not into drilling holes in my pretty wood yet, so I'm going to try this and see if it will work. So I've got these two pieces of wood here that I had from our old vanity that I tore out upstairs in our bathroom, and I'm going to plane these down and join them down and plane them down to a thickness of probably about, I'm going to say probably ½ inch, because I'm going to put these as the sides for the vanity. So let's get started. So I'm here at the joiner, so I want to joint one side, and what that does is basically make that side flat, and then after I get both of these back sides here flat, I'll take them over to the planer. Okay, so we're ready to plane these down. This is the side that I joined it. And I'm going to lay those down flat on the planer here and run them through until we get down to about ½ inch. All right, now I'm going to take the boards I just planed, and I've got to take this edge off of it on each side, so I have a straight board on. No edge sticking out on it. And so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go ahead and take that little piece off there that's sticking up proud, make it square on the end, both pieces, and then cut them the length. Now I'm going to cut these pieces to 17½ inches long. Measured inside, after I got the two walls built on each side of the medicine cabinet, and I need 13 inches long and 5 inches wide. So I'm going to use this board to cut those. 3 total. 2 of them will be, one will be for the bottom to support it. The other one will be for the top to support it once I wedge it in there. And then the other shelf, the other 13-inch one, will be for the shelf itself in the middle. I know, kind of a lot of work for this project, but I don't want to drill holes in my new van. Not yet, anyway. Maybe in a couple of years I'll put some holes in it and just do it the right way. But I'm going to give this a try. I've got the sides cut the length that we want them to be at, and I've also cut the top and the bottom, and I've got to still get the shelf cut down the size, but it's going to be the same length as this one here, about 13 inches. So basically the sides are offset because of their L brackets they put in there for supporting the shelf or supporting the cabinet in there, and it gets in the way, so I had to cut it, this one, a little bit shorter. As you can see, it is a little bit shorter. So I had to take one of the shelves that I was going to use in the middle and took my level, little torpedo level, and leveled it out in the side there, and then I marked on each end where the holes need to start with the shelf pegs. So I'm going to start something about like that, just put the hole just right above the line, and then I'll do another hole on this side right in here, and then I'll come over here and do a hole here and a hole here, and I'm going to come down about 5 inches from the top down this way. We only need about 4 holes in there on each of these. Actually, it'd be 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, and 4 right here. So we can insert the shelf brackets in there to support that shelf wherever we want to put it in there. So I've got my itsy bitsy bit here, and it's designed to fit with this jig. Goes right in there, and you put a drill on there and you drill the holes. So I'm going to set that up and start drilling the holes. So what I'm doing is I'm lining up, I have a line here. I already did this one side here, as you can see, and I use this guide, and I'm lining up this hole here with just with the edge of it, of the line at the bottom of that hole that will be drilled. And so I'm going to line that up, and I'm edging this edge over here is flush with this back part here, so that gives me a reference point to keep it straight as much as possible. Straightness is not as important as being spaced properly for the other side to match up with it. And I'll put my clamp on there, like right where I've got it there, and secure this down here. Take my drill, and I have a little bubble in here to keep it straight as possible, because if you put these in crooked, you've got a big problem, because of the board's got to be able to slide down past this metal part here. So you got to make sure it's flush with the plywood or board. So I line that up and look at my little bubble over the top here, and when I see that it's right inside centered there, that means I'm ready to roll. So I'll just put the drill in place and go. So got one side done, as you can see here, and it went all the way through, which is not important because you're not going to see that, and these do not go past into that, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, we're gonna give them a quick sand job with 120. Smooth them out, get rid of the rough edges on these. Not gonna do anything to the sides. They can just stay like that. They're not going to be touched. They're real sharp, but they're going to be hidden, not even exposed to anybody's hands. Same with the top and the bottom. They're basically not going to be touched by human hands, but the shelf that goes in the middle here, I will round over the edges on that just so that I won't cut myself or my wife won't cut herself. So it's very important that we round those edges over. Okay, so I got the sides done, and that's going to go in on each side of the medicine cabinet, and then these pieces here will be tucked in between it to give it the friction I need to keep it in place. The first time I did it, I couldn't get it apart, and so I decided to take a bag tie, plastic one, and staple it on the back side of it, so when it's up inside there I can pull it down and get it out, take it apart if I need to for some reason. I'm going to take the shelf now and I'm going to cut this down. It needs to be cut down to 12 7/8 to start with, and then I'll sneak up on it because it has to fit in between the shelf brackets inside there, so it's much shorter than the top and bottom. So I'm ready to put the shelf in the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and sand it down with my orbital sander with 220, and then round over the edges on the front where it sticks out, facing out. That way, these are very sharp when you cut this with a table saw. So I want to take a hand sandpaper and just round this corner over as easy as we can, not too much, just take away that sharp edge on it. And once they're all sanded, we need to take a tack cloth and take all the dust off of them, all sides. This will make a nice smooth finish. Dust on them, I'm going to use this Varathane. I had some extra laying around in the cupboard in the garage, and just going to use this here. It's a crystal clear waterborne. It's going to take several coats. The first coat usually lifts the grain up because it's water based. So I'll do all of them one time and then take a 220 or maybe even 400 grit sandpaper and sand the surfaces again. Light sanding. When spraying anything, paint, varnishes, whatever you're spraying, you always want to start spraying before you even get close to the board. So you start at this point and keep going past, then stop. Okay, here's the finished product installed. And this shelf here just comes out, and you can adjust the shelf supports there at any level you want. Same on both sides. There you go. Another project done. Thanks for watching.